Shalom. Call Halal Yahweh by Shem Shah, which means all praises to Yahweh, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who you people in the world ignorantly call God, by Hashem in the name of Yahweh Shah, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who you people in the world ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh by Shem Shah. Also, Shalom to the Akim that's pushing and spreading his word throughout the four corners of the earth, who's also uplifting the names Yahweh by Shem Shah. Shalom to you, Akim. Also, Shalom to the Israelite forms, the speckled bird, man, woman, and child, whose bloodline traces back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our forefathers, though you may look like the heathen nations should scatter amongst which the heathen nations, as you see on this chart right here, the nations start from 2 on down. Those are the heathen nations. Also, Shalom, if your seed line, your lineage, goes back to these tribes right here through the man, and if his spirit bear witness with his word and his truth, and he can receive it to the speckled bird, man, woman, and child, this does apply to you. You are Israelites, though you may look like the heathen nations should scatter amongst, due to the scattering of these people right here on this chart. So you're gonna have Israelites that look like the other nations due to that, if you can receive that. But they're Israelites by blood. Okay? To the few Akwaf that do listen and learn, which is you sisters, Shalom. To the elect of the nation of Israel, if you may be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, who his word is going out to, Shalom to you as well. To you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you combine, consist, and make up the 12 tribes of Israel. You are the Hebrew Israelites, the chosen people of the Most High Yahweh and his only begotten Son, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, once again, Yahweh Shah. And I had a topic, that I seen, considering this guy named Mike, Bloomberg, and I had a particular article right here. It says why the black, which there's no black person on the planet. You so-called blacks, as you saw in the chart, you go back to the tribe of Judah, the head tribe of Judah. Okay, black was a stigma that was placed upon you from these Edomites, which the Edomites, the descendant of the Edomites on the planet Earth, for the so-called white race. Okay, he put that black on you. Okay, because one, it was the curses that fell upon you, but two, it was a way that they, could make mockery and hide who they were as a people. But anyway, it says why the black mayor of a small North Carolina city is endorsing Mike Bloomberg. And Mike Bloomberg is the Edomite you see right there in the suit right there with the brown tan tie on. It says there are so many ways Mayor Don Hardy wants to improve his hometown, and topping the list is new pavement. Good stress, while not the most exciting thing, will instantly better the quality of life here in his small, predominantly black, so-called black city, where many people get by on minimum wage jobs that pay $7.25 an hour. Hardy's endorsement for president in the state's primary on Tuesday is equally practical as his focus on asphalt. Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg, Hardy, 37, who was black, is not bothered by Bloomberg's past comments about minorities or the controversial stop and frisk policy New York police employed with when Bloomberg was running the nation's largest city. Okay? Hardy said he is too busy admiring programs like Bloomberg's 311 City Services hotline and dreaming about how something like this could help Kinston. So this dude, this Jake, this Hardy dude, he literally just overlooked, he overlooked, the what this guy did. This guy wanted, a stop and frisk, in New York, and he overlooked that. See, that's the thing about Jake. Jake, you so-called Negroes, okay, mainly you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but Jake, complying to the Southern Kingdom, they like to overlook the wickedness and the unrighteous decrees of Esau Edom, man, because they want to seek love from the oppressor, But continuing on, it says he understands it. He puts cities and towns like Kinston in a position to be able to move forward. Hardy said this week in an interview at City Hall before he left to meet Bloomberg in New York City on a trip paid for by the candidate's campaign. Hardy is among an increasing number of mayors nationwide endorsing Bloomberg, who will be on the Democratic primary bailout for the first time on Super Tuesday next week. Many have attended mayoral programs he has funded, or the cities have received grants from his philanthropic organization. It says Hardy and Kinston haven't been on the receiving end of that hope, but he hopes that he will change and doesn't see such aid or his trip to New York as a conflict of interest. We do the same job, he said about Bloomberg. How do you deal with it? What has happened? What works? Okay. It says, let me read a little bit more. Bloomberg has visited this state 4 times and plans to return on Saturday for a rally in Charlotte, where V. Lyles, the city's first black female mayor, also has endorsed him. He was second in North Carolina at 19%, within the margin of error, behind Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, 23%, according to a poll the University of Massachusetts Lowell released last week. While political rivals attack Bloomberg's controversial policies as mayor, he continues to stack up endorsements from black officials, some of whom, like Hardy, previously backed former Vice President Joe Biden. Okay? Some people in Kinston criticized Hardy's switch, he said, but the first lesson he learned as mayor was that he will never please everyone. They'll be okay, he said, because I don't move to the tune of their drum. I just pick the candidate I think is going to benefit us. That's your problem right there. Okay? Let me get a scripture. This whole, charade surrounding, this political system that our people believe in is not real, man. It's false, man. Okay? This is Revelations 13. Right? This is Revelations. Let's see if we back it up. Revelations 13. And 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Right? And real quick, before I, finish that off, what's that beast? It's talking about that 4th beast. If you go to Daniel 7 and this is Daniel's. Let me get this out the way. 7 and 19. It says that I will have you know the truth of the 4th beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devour and break in pieces, and stamp the residue with his feet. And the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell. Right? The 3 that fell, okay, what? Is you had the Spanish, you had the French, and then you had what? Britain. And out of them, right, came out of America, right? That even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things whose look was more stout than his fellows. And the 10 horns, the EU nations, right? Okay. And what it's going into, because you had the pagan Roman Empire, right? Let me go back. You had the pagan Roman Empire, the ancient pagan Roman Empire that was ran also by Esau Edom, the so-called white man, which he go by today. Okay, let me go back because it's going to go into it as I read that verse. Let me read it again. Revelations 13 and 11 says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, right? The 4th beast, and he had 2 horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon. Okay, and the 2 horns represents what? The political system, right? You have what? Now you have the Democrats and you have the Republicans. Okay, back. Let me finish it first. And he exercised all the power of the first beast, right, before him, and caused the earth and them which dwelt therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed, because the ancient pagan Roman Empire, okay, that fell. Okay, but how and what's that deadly wound that was healed? It's through what? America. Okay, the EU and NATO. Okay, they make up the revised Roman Empire. Okay, This is that fourth beast, okay? And the two horns is going into the political system, because if you go back during the ancient Roman Empire, they had what you would call the plebeians and the patricians, okay? And I'm going to read this to you. It says, Roman citizens were divided up into two distinct classes, the plebeians and the patricians. The patricians were the wealthy, upper class people. And who does that remind you of today? Today, that reminds you of what? You have the Democrats and you got the Republicans, right? The Republicans, they're more for what? The wealthy people. They let you know that, right? And it says everyone else was considered a plebeian. The patricians were the ruling class of the early Roman Empire, okay? But the plebeians, okay? Let me see. It says the plebeians sought political equality with the patricians, but the plebeians, it was more like the Democrats, right? They're more for, what they were deeming in society like it slipped my mind. More like the middle class, the working poor, like they call them. Okay? It's the same thing. Okay? But but their interest, okay, is not towards you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. It says they speak as the dragon, meaning that, they both are what? They're plugged in to the elites. The elites on both sides, man. Okay? They're both for their loyalty goes, they're both the same, okay? They're not different. They make the masses believe one is for this agenda, one is for that agenda. It's not, okay? They're for the elites, man. The elites run both sides, man. They just set them up to make you people believe that you have some sort of say-so. You don't, okay? When the president is sworn into office, who picks that president? The elites do. The so-called Illuminati, okay? You people have no power at all. You're the sheeple, okay? The cattle, like they like to say, And our people, they don't understand that, man. Cause why? Cause they destroy for a lack of knowledge, man. Okay? You trusting your enemy, man. Okay? This is it's nothing new, man. It's the same setup. It's just a modern version of it. Okay? A lot of the things that they was doing in Rome, they're doing today in America, man. The political system that you see, this political setup, the Democrats and Republicans, there's nothing new, man. The same thing. This Isaiah 30:1, right? It says, woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, man. That walk to go down to Egypt, and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And this is the new Egypt, man. Look on the back of the dollar bill. 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, tells us about how the Lord, he will send plagues upon Egypt again. Why did he say that? Okay? Because this is the new and spiritual Egypt, man. America's new and spiritual Egypt. And who's Pharaoh? Okay? Who's the new Egyptians? These Edomites, man. Okay? They're the new Egyptians, man. And the Lord's saying, woe to the rebellions of our people for trusting, okay, in this place, man. Right? Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be ashamed, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt be confusion, man. And it is your shame, man. How long have our people, been voting, whether it's Democrat or Republican, and they've gotten no results out of it? How long, man? Look at our people. Every single president, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, ever since you had got the right to vote, that's what they want you to believe, okay? Voted for. Where have we improved as a people? Nowhere, okay? And it is your confusion, man, okay? Because one, you voting for your enemies, man. You voting for the same people that brought you over here on cargo slave ships, man, okay? And what does it say? Real quick, show you how confused our people are, right? I believe it's in the book of Numbers, Let me see. Because if you go into Babylon, right, this being America being Babylon the Great, Mystery Babylon the Great, what does it go into? It goes into Babel, right? And what does it stand for? The city of confusion. That's all this place pushes, confusion, man. Okay? Bear with me real quick. Let me see. It's in the book of Numbers. I just gotta find it. Oh, man. Bear with me real quick. Alright. Ah, man. I know what I'm looking for. It's how it tells our people how when not to set up, okay, a stranger. There he is. Hopefully this is it, right? Oh, man, it's not it. Bear with me real quick. I want to get that scripture real bad. Let me type in stranger. Ah, man, where's that scripture at? Ah, man. Literally forgot that scripture, man. Salakia. It went somewhere to some effect like thou shalt not set up a stranger over thee, but he must be of thy brethren. It's in the book of Numbers. I believe it's in the book of Numbers. Ah, man. Bear with me real quick. I know it's taking forever, but I really want to get that scripture, but I just gotta find it. If I can't find it, it is what it is. But it went to some effect. It says, thou shalt not set a stranger, which is talking about the stranger, and that verse was talking about the other nations. You know? Should not set a stranger over thee. Okay? And how he must be of the line of Israel. Salaki, this phone's just acting funny. I think this is it. There it is. Call Lord Allah Yahweh Shema Shah. Right? It says, this Deuteronomy, this is the law right here. This is Deuteronomy 17 and 15. You know, Salakia for the timing. It says, thou shalt shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose. Run one from among thy brethren, right? Among thy people, right? Shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother, man. Okay? The point is being, man. Because when you vote, you're basically setting the king over you, right? And our people, they'll set up what? They'll vote for straight Edomites, man. Straight Edomites. You shouldn't be voting anyway. Okay? You should be voting anyway. Okay? The scriptures say for not a multitude to do evil. Okay? You shouldn't be voting. That's the heathens' custom, man. Okay? And you might say, well, Barack Obama, he was our brother. No, he wasn't. Barack Obama was not our people. Okay? See, Esau put the stigma out there. If you that you so-called Negroes, okay, the Southern Kingdom here, and them people in Africa, which you do have Israelites in Africa, but we're not Africans. We're not Hamites, because that's what they are. They're Hamites. Okay, so-called Africans. Okay? Esau put that we're the same people, because when he grabbed you and put you on cargo slave ships, you came from the coast of Africa. Okay? But the only reason why we were in Africa is because we fled from the Roman persecution. In 70 AD, we fled into the different coast, the west coast of Africa. Okay, that's why we were over there. Okay, but you had people that say, well, Barack Obama was of our people. No, he wasn't. Barack Obama, okay, he was a Hamite. He was a so-called African. Okay, he was a Canaanite, a so-called South African. Okay, which in the ancient world, we had war with them Canaanites. They was one of the top heathens that came against us, was them Canaanites, man. Alongside the Philistines, man. Okay? Another Hamitic tribe, or another Hamitic nation. Okay? See? Barack Obama know he ain't our people. That's why when he was in office, he did nothing for you, man. But that's the confusion of Egypt, man. That's what this place did to our people, man. Okay? He's not of our line, man. And before the land of Israel was the land of Israel, it was known as the land of Canaan, because them Canaanites were in the land. But the Lord got their ass out of there because they was, doing, perverse and wicked abominations, man. Okay? So then it became the land of Israel when we got there. Well, we fought our way to there, and we've had to fight them there. Okay? That's not our people, man. But that's once again the confusion of Egypt, man. Esau got you. That was the big okie doke from Esau Edom, man. Okay? Just to keep you dazed and confused, man. But going back, you shouldn't be voting anyway, man. Okay? So going back, right? Let me read it again. Right? I'm going to start where I left off. It's Isaiah 30:4. For his princes were as Zoan, his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be in help, nor profit, but a shame and also reproach, man. Okay? And this man has never profited you. Okay? When our people when you start voting for these Edomites, what have these Edomites done? Right? They put drugs in your communities. And you voted for them, right? And what was that? What was Ronald Reagan answer, okay, for the drug crisis, the crack cocaine epidemic? Well, here's what we could do. When a dealer, which most of the drug dealers were what? They were so-called Negroes. And you had some some so-called Latinos selling it too. Okay? What was their solution to helping you out? So-called helping you out. Well, we're going to throw you in jail. Okay? What was the size? They said an ounce, I believe. You was found with over an ounce of crack. Okay? I forgot what it went like. Then you'll be thrown in jail. They had set up what was that? They threw you in jail for what? A good 10, 20 some years, 20 of life, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? That was their solution, right? You had child pregnancies or unwanted pregnancies. So what was the Esau solution for that? Abortion clinics. Okay? So this man, you asking him for help, okay? Another thing, the school, right? You want better schools for your children, right? So what does he do? A school, what was it called? Pipeline from, school to jail pipeline, they called it. Okay? So everything this man does to help you is not really help. Okay? It's just a way to overthrow you, man. right? This is the 6th verse. It says, the burden of the beast of the south into the land of trouble and anguish, from whence come the young and old lion, the viper and the fiery flying serpent. They would carry their riches upon the shoulders of young asses, and their treasures upon the bunches of camels, to a people that shall not profit them. Okay? For instance, the churches, man. Our people will spend all the money that they need, they know they need, that they don't have, okay? In these churches to these lying pastors, man. Knowing they being told lies, man. Okay? They know they being told lies, but they'll still do it. Okay? And the same thing with these politicians, man. You might not be giving them money, but you casting a vote. And what these politicians doing? You getting them in the office. They putting laws into place, okay, to further oppress our people. And then they'll do something that's some sort of scandal, corrupt thing, and they get rich. And when they get busted, okay, it may seem like they get took down, but they get off. If you think about it, they get off scot-free, and then they still rich. Okay, for the Egyptians, which the modern Egyptians is these Edomites, man. The man that you see with blonde hair, blue eyes, and a suit and a tie. They on TV talking all these lies, man. Speaking great things like the scriptures say. Right? The scriptures say, for ye are forgers of lies and a physician of no value. Let's talk about Esau right there, man. Okay? For the Egyptians shall help in vain, and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still, man. That's why all these decades our people been voting for these politicians, these Edomites. Nothing has improved. Everything's just gotten worse because they were set up, okay, to be your oppressors. They, okay, are programmed to be still, man. They ain't programmed to help you out, okay? This is Deuteronomy 28. What did the curses say, right? Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Okay, how did we get to America? Via ships, cargo slave ships. Okay, showing you this is Egypt, man, all over again. Which Egypt is synonymous with the house of bondage. By way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. What? The homeland of Israel, the land of Israel, our homeland. Okay, we haven't seen our land ever since, man. Ever since the Lord casts us out in 1st and 2nd Kings. Then the whole situation with 70 AD happened. Then the transatlantic slave trade happened. Okay? Since then, we have never seen the land of Israel, man. Who's over there now? You got heathens over there now. You got Amalek, the so-called, the fake Jews over there, claiming to be you, man. Which they were behind funding the slave trade. Okay? Alongside them Hamites, them so-called Africans, okay, and Ishmael, okay, and then you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. Did not this happen, right? And no man shall buy you. So if you go into that word buy real quick, it says the word is kana, right? And it says to get, acquire, create, buy, possess. Right? And look at A. The A is the point right there. It says of Yahweh originating, creating, redeeming his people. Right? If you go down, right, in the Strong's definition, it says to erect, create by extension, to procure, especially by purchase, by implication to own, attain, teach, to keep, cattle, get, provoke, to jealousy, possess. But here's the point right here. Purchase, recover, redeem. Right? Redeem. Keep that in mind. Redeem. Meaning, no matter what way our people will try to fight their way out of it, no man will redeem us, man. Okay? Malcolm X can redeem us out of this situation. Martin Luther King damn sure couldn't get us out of this situation. He actually made it worse by integrating us amongst these heathens, especially these Edomites, man. Okay? He made it worse. Marcus Garvey couldn't get us out of this situation. Okay? These so-called celebrities, they can't get us out of this situation. Okay? Nothing can help us escape the curse. Nothing could get us out of this situation. But who? real quick. This is the KJV going in the Apocrypha. It's windy out here, man. Cold air blowing and everything. This is Baruch 4. Right? I'll start at 5. It's going to be kind of stretchy. It says, be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? Ye were sold to the nations, right? Not for your destruction, but because ye moved Yahweh by Shema Shah to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing on the devils and not to Yahweh, man. Okay? That's why. And you see the same thing that God's put in this predicament right now. You see a lot of these celebrities, they're sacrificing their children to Molech, and they might not be, literally doing it, but they're, selling them to the system, man. Okay? Our people worshiping these different idols, okay, eating abominable foods, doing the same thing that God has put in this situation. You have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. The scriptures say, Jezreel waxed fat and kicked. When we got into our prime, when we was, on high, okay, before all this happened, what happened? Our people, they got big-headed. They rebelled, and what? They started leaning onto their own understanding. They started doing whatever they want. They started premeditating sin, okay? When you forsook the Most High. You felt like you didn't need the Most High no more. When he was the one who gave us all that. So what happened? He put us in captivity. But when she saw the wrath of Yahweh coming up upon you, she said, hearken, O ye that dwell upon Zion, Yahweh had brought upon me great mourning. For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them. With joy did I nourish them, but sent them away with weeping and mourning. Let no man rejoice over me, a widow and forsaken of many, who for the sins of my children am left desolate, because they departed from the law of Yahweh, man. That's why we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. So read Deuteronomy 28 and 15 on down. That's what happened, because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. They knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments, nor tried the paths of his discipline and his righteousness. Okay, it's not because Esau, he teach you in the schools basically that he was just that much stronger than us. Okay, and all this lolly-dolly, we were just stupid. Nah, it's because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. Let them that dwell upon Zion come and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting had brought upon them. It says, for he had brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation, and of a strange language, who neither reverence old man nor pity child, and that's Esau. Okay, that eagle, like it also calls in the scriptures, right? These have carried away the dear beloved children of the widow, and left her that was alone and desolate without daughters. But what can I help you? For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. Okay? Let me read it again. For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. The Lord put the curses on us, and the only way the curses will be taken off of us, and the only way we will be, redeemed from our enemies, these heathen nations, chiefly Esau, Edom, is through Yahweh Shema Shah. But what do our people do? They want to enter in some other way, man. And what's one of the ways they enter in some other way? By trying to vote for these Edomites, okay? Trying to be partakers in their system, selling out, selling their soul to these Edomites to be rich, have crumbs off the table. That's many ways they do that, man. Okay? We telling you that the only way that you could fully get out of this situation, okay, is to seek the Lord, like it says in the scriptures 10 times more, man. Okay? This is Isaiah 30 and 8. But this is what you say. Now go write before them in the table, and note in the book that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. Right? That this is rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, will say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. That's why they vote for. That's why they vote. Cause they what? They're listening to nothing but lies, man. Okay, and you have to know that decades for voting for these Edomites. Why has anything changed now? You had the question. Why has nothing changed? Why is everything just getting worse amongst our people? But they don't want to hear that because they want to hear deceits. They want to hear smooth things. That's why they go to their pastors and get lied to when they know it's a lie. Okay? Get you out of the way, turn aside the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. That's what they want. They want Yahweh Shema Shah out their way, man. They don't want nothing to do with them, man. Just like that video I did with Lil Boosie, man. He's a prime example of our people. Him and many others so-called celebrities. Okay? They want to hear lies, man, because the thing is, our people, they don't want to suffer. Okay? That's just the point, right? This is Micah 7:9, right? They don't want to suffer. This is Micah 7:9. It says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause. That's what we're waiting for. And execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Okay? That's what we're doing right now. We're bearing the indignation of the Lord, but 2/3, they're trying to find some other way in, man. Real quick, let me get this first. This is Matthew 7:13. It says, let me zoom in on it. It says, enter ye in the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because the straight gate and the narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that findeth it. Okay? And I want to go into that word straight real quick to see, what's going to come out of it. Right? The word is stenos, right? It says narrow straight. It says from the base narrow, from obstacles standing close about. And what's the straight gate? Right now, what? We're under the curses of Deuteronomy 28. You got our enemies. Okay, the bases of men ruling over us, Esau, Edom. Okay, that's a straight gate. And when you come into this truth, okay, it's gonna be hard because you got to deal with the things of the world. You got to deal with this, And Jake don't want to deal with that, Jake want to enter in some other way. And other ways is examples of other ways is what? Voting, okay, voting to your oppressor, selling out to your oppressor, okay? Those are just plenty of examples, man. Okay? Being in these different, so-called religions, okay? When they're not leading you nowhere, man. They just leading you astray, man. Okay? John 10:1 says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber, man. The Lord look at you what? Okay, as a thief and a robber, man. Okay? Because you chose, real quick, show you an example. Right? Oh man. Bear with me real quick. I believe it was Joseph. It was either Joseph or it was Moses. Bear with me real quick. Let me see. Let me type in Joseph. I think it was Joseph. On how he chose, because he was given, the Pharaoh favored them. And Pharaoh, suffer with his people. Oh, man. Hold on. Let me just go to KJV. I'm Salaki, it's just, I be knowing what I be wanting. It just be, you gotta find it. You don't get it after a while, you just lose, where it was once. Suffer. Bear with me. I can't find it. It was talking about how he chose to suffer with his people. I'm gonna try it one more time. If I can't find it, then it is what it is. I'm just moving on. But Pharaoh, basically, I think it was Joseph. He gave Joseph a high position of some sort. I believe it was that, and he turned it down. He chose rather to suffer, with the rest of our people. Okay, because our people was in a lower state in that time as well. Okay. So, but you don't see that amongst the point I was getting at. You don't see that amongst our people now, because you have an unfaithful generation, as it called. Yeah, it's I can't find it. You also had another example where Yahweh Shah, he when he came to our people, in the back in the old Rome, they he came, humble, he came on the back of an ass, which was an animal. Okay, for anybody that want to get simple out there, and when they looked at that, our people seen that, they didn't really look at it as nothing, because our people, they want somebody that's that's well known. He has a lot of wealth, he's prospering. But Yahweh Shah didn't come like that. He came humble. He came, in the state as the rest of our people were. But they didn't accept that, It's the same thing now. Okay? They can't see him, it's not profiting them right now. Like, a job probably is, which he gave you that job, So they're forsaking Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Okay? And what they say, for Caesar is our king. We have no king but Caesar. Caesar was, an Edomite, It's the same thing now. Esau is their king, They trust in oppression, man. Okay? I forgot where I left off, right? But our people will forsake Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. They don't want to suffer, man. They want to enter in some other way. It's like our people want the kingdom, but they want the kingdom, on their terms, where they could do whatever they want. They could eat whatever they want. Okay? They could say whatever they want. They could do whatever they want. There's no such thing as free will according to the scriptures, man. Okay? Yahweh Bashim Al Shah is not going to accept that, man. Okay? So our people, they don't want to deal with them, So this is Isaiah 28:14. It says, "Wherefore hear the word of the Lord, ye scornful men, that rule this people which is in Jerusalem. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with her are we at agreement." And who is that? If you go to Habakkuk real quick before I go into it, it's talking about a particular man, right? Actually, you know what? Popped in my head. The scripture I wanted at first popped in my head, right? This Sirach 12. This is what I wanted to get. And 10, okay? Says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." Okay, who is the enemy of our people? Esau and the other nations, man. Anybody that's outside of the 12 tribes, man. Because you do have, as I always open up in the video, you have Israelites that's going to look like the other nations. But if that's not the case, if you a pure blood heathen, no matter what nation you're from, if you a heathen, you are an enemy of the nation of Israel. And they know that. Okay? It says, "Never trust thy enemy, for like his arm rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou had wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt not know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away." Right? And you just look now, going to a period of time. Let's go back. Let's start where slavery happened, right? Slavery so-called ended. So-called physical slavery ended, right? Because now it's a mental slavery, right? Now you zoom up to the Jim Crow era, okay? What was happening? These Edomites were spitting in your face. You go in their store. They was throwing food on Jake. Okay, look at the history, man. They was walking around in KKK suits. You had to get on the back of the bus. Okay, it was call you nigger. Okay. Then MLK and all of them came into the play. It was a power struggle over that. Then it's like I'll say like the late 60s to 70s came. It stopped. It almost seemed like they was all right with you. They was cool with you. So now you zoom now. Okay, you got who in office now? You got Donald Trump in office. Now what do you have? You have the rise in hate groups. Okay, and what? Now you're seeing more and more. When it comes to tension between Jacob and Esau, man, because they showing their true colors, man. That hatred they had towards you, that ancient hatred they had towards you Israelites, it never went away. They were just hiding it for the right moment. And Donald Trump was the right moment. Okay? It says, "Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner is defiled with him in his sins. Who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, right? But if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry." Okay? An enemy speaking sweetly with his lips, like this dude Mike Bloomberg is speaking. And there's already dirt on him about him with the stop and frisk situation. And it's a lot more. Okay? All these Edomites, okay, you can't say they didn't have that talk at the dinner table with their parents about our people, man. How they're better than us, how we're nothing, we're crooks, we're the image that they placed upon us, right? An enemy speaking sweet with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood, man. And you watch, okay? Every time you put these politicians and these Edomite politicians in, what they do? They talk good game, when they on the stage and in front crowds of you jakes. When they get in the office, what's done? Nothing. But what work did they put in? Trying to overthrow you with their legislation, man. Trying to make it harder for you to move your necks within this system, man. Okay? War is in his heart, like it says in Psalms 55 and 20, man, on down. It says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. Okay? Just like Obama did, who is not your people, by the way. He put this front on like he was something. Done nothing for our people, man. That whole 8 years he was in power, he done nothing. Because he has no power. These politicians are controlled by the elites. They move to the vibration of the elites. The elites tell them, give them an order, and they do it. Okay? This is Habakkuk 2. And 5. Right? And 4. For behold, his soul, which is talking about Esau right here, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, man. He can't do right, man. Isaiah, I believe it's 24:26. It tells you, let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he deal unjustly, man. His spirit is not upright in him, man. No matter if you comply with this man or you don't comply, he will still try to find a way to overthrow you. He will still try to find a way to kick you while you're down, man. Especially when it comes to your trials. But the just shall live by his faith. Yeah, also, because he transgressed by wine, right, the philosophies that he spread around the world, deceiving the nations, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So now, if you go to Isaiah 28, it's going to go into that, right? This Isaiah 28 and 15, or 14 again. I'll start 14 again. Wherefore hear the word of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, ye scornful men, that rule this people which is in Jerusalem, you Israelites. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at an agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come on to us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Okay? Our people vote for this man. Okay? You sell out to this man. You coon around this man. Every time Esau come around, you so-called Negroes, you get right in order. But when it's somebody that look like you, okay, you all over the place. You feel like you can stand up for yourself, okay? But that's the thing. You made lies your refuge and falsehood, okay? You hid under falsehood, man, and you do that by voting. You do that by selling out. You do that by trying to please these Edomites. Okay? You do that, man. Okay? You made a covenant with that. So guess what? Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation of stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone. Who is that? That's Yahweh Shai. Okay? He's that chief cornerstone, as it says in Ephesians 2 and 19, man. Okay? He that believeth shall not make haste. Judgment also will I lay to thy line, and righteousness to the plummet, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies. And that's what's happening now. This word's coming out and it's sweeping away the lies of Esau Edom, man. All his hiding places are being uncovered. Okay? His deceit is being uncovered. Okay? The way he moves is being uncovered. Okay? To the world. And the water shall overflow the hiding place. Okay? And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it, man. Okay? When this man comes down with great wrath, like it says in Revelation 12 and 12, okay? A lot of our people that trust in this Egypt, trust in this system, trust in Pharaoh, you're going to get caught up in it, man. You're going to get put to death, man. Okay? That's gonna be your demise, man. Because you chose to be ignorant. Like the scriptures say. If a man be ignorant, let him be ignorant still, man. Okay? Because you chose to believe in lies, because it was easier, okay, to be ignorant, that's gonna be your downfall too, man. You going down with this man. Okay? When Esau comes down with martial law A lot of you gonna die, man. A lot of these plagues that's about to come, this coronavirus, Lord willing, this coronavirus be it, man. Lord willing, man. Okay? You just had somebody in Washington State die of it, man. The first person to die in the U.S. of the coronavirus, man. If more and more people keep doing that, they are going to shut the cities down. And Esau is going to be justified to bringing up what? Martial law, man. That sword, man. Okay? And when he comes down, okay, all you jakes that believe in and trusting in him, when you go run into him, he going to put you to death, man. Okay? Because you forsook your power for somebody that cannot deliver. Okay? Those, like Isaiah 13 and 15 say, those that be joined unto him shall be thrust through with the sword, man. That's what's going to happen to a lot of you. And you can't say you wasn't warned. You was warned. You just chose to be ignorant. You just chose, okay, to go after what you wanted to do. You've been warned that this man was your enemy. You've been warned that he was lying to you. You've been warned that he's going to come down with great wrath on you. Okay? But you chose to make an agreement with death and hell, man. You chose to believe in lies, man. From the time that it go forth, it shall take you. For morning by morning shall it pass over, by day and by night it shall be a vexation only to understand the report. Okay? Let me see. That's it, man. Okay? You're going to be taken by it, man. The Lord's going to give you over to your lovers, like the scriptures say, man. And when he does that, it's not going to be good, because he's going to put a madman spirit on Esau Edom, man. Okay? And when Esau Edom, because the Lord's holding him back right now. When the Lord releases Esau Edom on you like he's about to do, okay? This plague is the main thing. This could be it right here. You know, I'm not saying it is, but I'm saying it could be. Okay? I don't know how it's going to play. It's all in Yahweh Shem Shah's hands. But when this man comes down and the Lord lets him loose, he's going to be like like it says in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, a madman sparing none, man. Like a madman sparing none. He's going to be killing you, Israelites, man. Okay? The Lord's going to give you over to his hands, man. Because you forsook the Lord, man. You wanted to be ignorant, man. Okay? And you've been warned. Okay? Yep. This I'm gonna end it with this. This is to 2/3 of our people. This is Judges chapter 10. Alright. I'm just gonna get to the point. This whole chapter is good, actually. It says, "Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods." And who do our people mainly serve at? Who's our people main god right now? Majority of them. It's Cesare Borgia, the so-called white Jesus. That image of so-called white Jesus. Okay? They cannot get over that. Okay? The scriptures clearly tell you that he does not look like that, and they can't get over it. That's a stumbling block onto him. "Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation." Okay? So let's see. Okay? Let's see if since you want to trust in Esau and his system and these different gods, let's see if they're going to deliver you when Esau comes down with that great wrath. Let's see if he's going to deliver you from these plagues, aka the coronavirus, the bird flu, and all these plagues that's out here. Let's see if he's going to deliver you from the famine when there's no food out here, man. Okay? Let's see. Okay? You're going to be confounded that day. Okay? Then when you want then when you going to want mercy or answers, this was what you're going to get. Right? This is the next chapter over. This is Jeremiah 15. What's it doing? Yep. This is Jeremiah 15 and 1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight, let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, such as are for the deaf to the deaf, such as are for the sword to the sword, which is martial law, which is Esau, according to Psalm 17 and 13, as such as are for the famine to the famine, man. When there's no food out here, you eating each other and eating your children, like the scriptures say. The scriptures prophesied that there will be cannibalism and that a lot of people are gonna be eating their kids out here, man. I'm serious. It's in the scriptures. Okay? And you also gonna have what? The famine of the word, man. You ain't gonna be able to hear this no more. You chose to do whatever the hell you want. That's gonna be on you. Okay? And such as are for the captivity to the captivity. And what's that gonna be? These FEMA camps, these concentration camps that's set up right now. Okay? They're already turning, if not 11, if not more, U.S. bases, okay, into quarantine stations, which those quarantine stations is really stations where Esau gonna get busy at, man. Slaughtering you people, man. Okay? We just hoping that we deliver from that. Okay? And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, said the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the beast, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy, man. Okay? So this is what's going to happen. Okay? And I'm going to skip down, right? The 5th verse. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest? Thou hast forsaken me, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashah. Thou art gone backward. Therefore I will stretch out my hand against thee and destroy thee, and I am weary with repenting. And I will fan them with a fan in the gates of the land, and I will bereave them of children. I will destroy my people, since they return not from their ways. Okay? So that's what's going to happen. This is what's getting ready to happen. If you were a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and you still voting, or you still in the world, and you refuse to repent to Yahweh Shema Shai, you refuse to hearken, you will be destroyed. Okay? And you can't say you wasn't warned, because you were warned. You were warned about who your enemies were. You were warned about what you was and wasn't supposed to do. Okay? So, that was the point right there. Call hello Allah Yahweh Bashima Shah. Yahweh Ratizah, which means Lord willing, this was edifying. Baba Kasha, Abba, destroy Babylon the Great, right? Abaha Ayabia. Shalom to the elect.